Hey, video diary. So these entries have been my way of trying to talk to my son. The moments I would share, the times I might call him, thoughts I might have connected and wanted to develop with him, with his help. He's a very creative thinker. And I guess we're all going to die and have to somehow reconcile ourselves to what that means. And a beautiful thing happened in my day today. First of all, I get to wake up with my cat and my beautiful wife. And that's already so amazing that I feel good every day. But what happened today was, let's just say, one of my family members called or reached out concerned about another family member. And somehow the three of us connected in just the right way. Just to say, especially now that, we're so aware of our mortality, that we don't want to play around with, pretending. So how to be true to yourself while still taking into account the people that love you. And that's true for all of us. At least it is in what I'm talking about. But I feel that whenever, let's say my brother does something that makes him feel better, because he's suffering a lot right now over these losses. He had not just my son, but other losses, and his health, and it's, tiring. And so we, at a distance, we're at a distance. So when we talk a lot, and I just know that he did something good for himself, that it makes me feel better. And so I make the connection that me treating myself well and doing something that makes myself feel good. And I don't mean pick something that feels good that isn't eating kittens or something. Some constructive good thing. Yeah, so I feel good. So if you amplify that and you say, well, we all feel like shit because Forrest did this terrible thing, and life has just sped forward, as it will for everybody. As soon as you die, life will just go on. And that at least gives us some responsibility. to live it, well, and invite each other into the good parts and the bad parts. And that was my point, is that I am there for my family. And that feels good. A couple times I was asked by a family member, it might have been my brother, it might have been my son, there's something about unconditional love. And some deep bass. Unconditional love. And I think what I responded at the time, this was, 25 years ago. I guess it wasn't my son. But it's like, no, I don't love you unconditionally. If you murdered a bunch of people and were just being straight up evil, I would not define how I felt towards you as love. But maybe I don't know. People have, I told you I watch those prison programs, and some of those people have really deep love for them out in the world, and some don't. And some have crazy love, right? Bad love, poison love. So you gotta be careful. So anyway, the beautiful thing that happened is 3 people came together to just say we're all here for each other. And the depth to which we understand what that means has been, overly informed by Forrest dying. Death is, not an abstract proposition. It's the only real one. I guess that's why, I get upset when people poison themselves or waste their mental energy in down bad corridors. And I guess that's just part of getting smarter, but maybe this idea of us reaching out to each other today is a good example of what can happen to gain consensus amongst each other about what's good, what's right, and not trail off into a tangent. And it just makes us all feel so much stronger and more connected. Because we're already separated. We're already so separate. No matter who you are, your husband, your child, your lover, your parents, we're islands. I say that we're not islands, but I mean we are islands. We have to go against our fate in some way to be bigger and better. And maybe it's just more connected, more loving, to reconnect. And I think we should celebrate our individuality or our individuation, whatever you call it, us being grains of sand, right? Not a rock, but grains of sand. But it's really just a rock in another form. What the hell am I talking about? Connecting with each other.